Funny. The bandits reinforced this place to keep us out, and now they're battlements to protect us. First time you took down a machine. If anyone really forgets.
How long until the demon births the perfect machine? One will have no chance of fighting.
Alright, what's up? Oh.
None of the southern tribes rival the Beautiful's hunters, but some are skilled in their own way.
Oh, we're back with Forbidden West. We'll see how much we actually play in this today, but get rid of all this crap. Okay, there's a pigment thing like right around here somewhere.
Does me good to see
So
you.
let's go check that out. There it is right there.
Sharp color. Sharp smell, too.
And let's go up this trail here. There's some blue gleam and another pigment.
The scrapes.
Okay, so the first one is actually like right there. Now, is there a way up this mountain from here, though? That's the question.
Blue gleam will make Sun Shaman happy.
Okay. And then let's go to follow this up to the path up here. Oh no, it's up here. Do I want to deal with this? Okay, let's do it. I need...
Another frostball. Prepared. Get it while I can.
Okay. The pigment thing is somewhere around here.
I'm going too far afield. I better turn back.
Is that it? Okay, got that. There's some blue stone, blue gleam, whatever you want to call it, down there. I see it. And then there's some down in here. So it's
Scrabbling a bit.
It's around here somewhere. Maybe up here. There it is.
Gotta wash my fingers.
Alright, let's go. Okay, there's nothing between here and this fireplace. The campfire, so...
Got some blue gleam. Might as well trade it.
Give me a second here, sir.
Not just the new crew rushes. Jules. A fistful of blue-brains worth braving the cold.
Will tourists return to the park? March 1st, 2045. Marnie Jeffords. The Mammoth Hot Springs, Wyoming. Roosevelt Arch soars over the road to the north entrance of Yellowstone National Park. In the park's heyday, more than 100,000 visitors each month pass below this arch on their way to visit such celebrated landmarks as the Geyser, Old Faithful, the mighty Yellowstone River, and the vibrant Grand Prismatic Pools. Since President Ulysses S. Grant signed an act of dedication to create Yellowstone National Park in 1872, it has survived forest fires, world wars, and earthquakes to be enjoyed by nature lovers for more than 150 years until environmental concerns drove the entire world into chaos. In 2031, the federal government withdrew funding from the park and transferred ownership to the state of Wyoming, after which the rate of visitation slowed to a trickle. Old Faithful's dependable eruptions went unobserved at Mammoth Hot Springs Hotel, where guests once Devoured bison meatballs sat empty for years, blankly staring across an expanse of wilderness. The 30s saw several attempts to privatize the park. Many companies, including the powerful Faro Automated Solutions, made bids to purchase its land. After Faro's proposal was abruptly withdrawn in 2040, weakened federal protections on the public parks were restored, coinciding with the easing of climate change through technological means. As the world clouds back, so too will Yellowstone. As of next week, the park will be restored to the United States government, with Faro Automated Solutions returning the finance handoff, as well as providing funding for as-yet unspecified new facilities. Tourism is already up in advance of these proceedings, and soon Mammoth Hot Springs Hotel and Park Walkway will bustle with life again. We look forward to your data corrected.
Later. Spare the weight. God, I found this. They're scanning for me.
Feel free to listen and learn, Outlander. Always face.
We run into each other again. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were following me.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Help me out, Nora.
As thick as the snow in the car.
What can I do for you, Bergren?
Mourn my poor departed luck. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. Asked me to outfit them for a long...
And they haven't paid.
Well,
What do you mean they couldn't?
not no shaman.
So if the Banuk don't usually...
They weren't telling.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about...
A man can worry about...
Uh-huh. What kind of...
Just what I said. After they dropped...
But you haven't seen them since. You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them...
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the...
I'm not a debt collector.
Of course. But a scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snap. If they bring me those parts, their debts...
I'll...
Last I saw, if you decide...
I don't see what's wrong with the traditional painting. The coolery overcomplicates things.
I've never traveled further south than the Grave. In the old days,
Oh, the winters. Coming
She's
once.
a strange one, that Seguli. But no one can deny her skill.
My people have been telling tales of your accomplishments. Seems you have taken a special interest in our stretch of snow out under.
Yes. And apparently this is the only way I'll get to see all of it.
Is this a challenge?
For the Warwick.
You? This must be a joke.
It is not a joke, Aratak.
Now I see. The Outlander's your pawn. And with you backing her claim, I have no choice but to accept. I expected better of you, sister.
It was you who forbid me from Thunder's drum, brother.
Brother and sister? This is a little more complicated than I thought.
No, it's simple. You will meet me at the Frost Figures, and I'll put a quick end to this mockery.
I suppose I owe you an explanation.
Yeah. I suppose you do. So why didn't you tell me that you and Aratak are siblings?
I thought I wouldn't have to. I'm surprised Aratak brought it up in front of a stranger. He must be very angry. I'm not always the best judge of...
People.
I prefer the company of spirits. They're simply my own. I didn't want you to think of our pilgrimage as some sort of family squabble. It's much more important than that.
It's bold, I'll give you that. Going after your own brother.
He gave me no choice. He thinks I'm a child to be shoved to the back of the hunt. He would forbid me from my destiny. And yet, part of me did it knowing he would forgive me, eventually. He always does.
Family drama aside, what's this challenge meant to be anyway?
You and Aratak will hunt machines at the Frost Figures. The victor will be the fastest. It won't be easy.
Nothing about this has been so far.
When you meet us at the starting point, I'll tell you more. It will be simpler to explain from the base of the hills.
Ourea, it's not about who's related to who. I want to know what's inside Thunder's drum. The spirit, the daemon, and how it all connects to the machines. But if we're gonna go through with this, I need you to be straight with me.
I underestimated you. And Aratak. I won't make that mistake again.
See you at the Frost figures then. So, off to risk my life in order to take charge of a Banuk hunting band. Just what I always wanted.
Alright, so I did kind of rush through that side quest explanation, but that's alright. So where are we here? So it looks like we're coming. Something like right here.
Here's your Ikala.
I think there's some blue gleam right there. It's hard to tell with this map that I'm using, but
These will keep.
it's up a little further. It's here.
Blue gleam.
Right there. It's very dark. It's supposed to be like right next to this path. It's probably down below in a cave, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's just go up here.
Okay, the frost figure should be just up there. For later. The frost figures. Aratak and Araya must be close.
I don't know if we need these for anything, so...
Outlander. I have prevailed over such challenges before, and fear none. But this one is foolish. You are not Banuk. You do not understand my responsibilities. I ask you, one hunter to another, withdraw.
Will you let us go to Thunderstrom?
You haven't seen what's up there, Outlander. I will not risk my sister's life again.
Then we better get on with this.
So be it! I will bury your insolent claim in the frozen ground!
Enough! Let us begin. To hunt. To strive. That is the way of the Banuk, and of the contest before you. You will climb the frost figures from the east, Aratak from the west. Each trail wends its way through deadly machines. Hunters from the Werak will be posted along the way. They will hail you, calling out machines for you to slay. Your hunt will take you around the ridge to the center, where you must descend to the valley for your final kill. Each time, after your prey has fallen, you must launch a beacon such as this, so that all our kin will see your progress.
Kill machines, launch balloons. Got it. So, the first of us to launch the third balloon wins?
Well, yes. But as Challenger, your path to victory is harder. If even one of your beacons comes in after Aratak's, he prevails.
You had your chance, Outlander.
So did you.
The hunt begins on my mark. Now!
All right, gotta head up that mountain. Looks like there are a few ways to go up, and those rock paintings mark the paths. Okay, up we go. The Banuk might find this blue gleam stuff valuable. I seem to be on the right path. Come on, Aloy, time's wasting.
right, Challenger. We need to take out the herd below. Every machine. Launch your marker!
All right, here we go.
Now climb the ridge and launch your balloon!
Aratak knows what he's doing. No time to waste.
Take the rappel point to the next challenge.
2 bellowbacks ahead, Challenger. Kill them both. None of the other machines matter.
All right, 2 dead bellowbacks coming up.
Challenger, raise your marker!
Now where's that balloon?
Come on over here and launch your balloon.
I'm ahead, but only by a little. I gotta get moving.
Now take the zip line and work your way down to the valley.
Storm's kicking up. Can't see much. Close now. Almost down. All right, to the last challenge.
Something's wrong. My kin should be here, driving in our final quarry.
They're right behind us!
Three of them? Fuck me.
So it's true. Frostclaws from Thunder's Drum.
The attack cut short the competition. Naturally, there can be no result. It is void.
You saw what she did. She defeated the machines, not I. It is proven. She's the better hunter. We are Banuk. Survive, prevail. What else matters? My blood is in your teeth. I take my place behind you on the hunt.
No more hunters may make the ascent to Thunder's Drum. The way is closed to all but the chieftain and myself.
It is not my place, but I would ask a boon. To accompany you and my sister.
It might be permitted. But only if you do as I say.
No. Only if you do as I say.
Thunder's Drum awaits. There's a camp at its base, Long Notch it's called. Meet us there when you're ready. Chieftain.
Ooh, I'm chief.
Think of summer sun. A new outfit. And a weapon like Artok's. I guess the chieftain gets the chieftain's gear. And now to Long Notch. Nothing left to keep me from Thunder's Drum.
No, we need a Frostclaw heart. Let's see what we can get rid of. Sparker. We can probably get rid of Sparker. No, did it? Damn it. I don't need that. Is there anything around this area real quick? There's a pigment. Pretty much where I'm at. I think just on the other side of this mountain, or maybe it's inside. Let's look inside first. There it is.
It smells burnt, but it's a good color.
There's another one up here, but I don't think I want to go up there right now, do I? Well, let's take a look. Let's see if there's a way to climb. Yes, this is a climbing path. Nope. Yeah, it's like at the very top of this thing. It's actually more up there. It's too hard to see some of these climbing places, especially in the snow. Alright, fuck it. I mentioned last night that it is possible that I don't 100% absolutely everything in the DLC. I mean, we'll see. But I got the Platinum Trophy. That's really what matters, and at least in my book. But we'll at least do all the story in the DLC. I mean, the environment in this DLC is pretty incredible. I like this snow. And it actually kind of makes me feel a little chilled, to be honest. Let's take a gander. Alright, so like right around here, there's a pigment. So we'll run right by it. And stay on the path.
Pulse from the tower.
It's almost actually exactly where it is.
I have to kill off these pulses.
in here. There's a couple blue gleams. So. Just run over there real quick and grab them.
Won't be hard to sell a trunk like this.
Alright, time to go back to the mission.
Outlander.
Here.
It would be my honor to speak.
I can get out.
I've heard of you, Huntress. Each of the many verses of your song.
You shouldn't.
That I know. That's why I'm here. For another. Its
I'm just
defeat
reading
would have
these
given
real
my
quick.
song of. Oh, yeah. But you. Out.
You.
Not just for me.
You want...
Perhaps it should be. But no. I confess. For any other machine, I would die as I have lived. But too many good lives have been lost to the claws. Better to live in a world without the claw.
Sounds like you've got a reputation.
To be Banuk is to push your fearsome machines needed kill. Even now, my name carries such weight.
Do you still have the same faith in yourself that your Warak seems to have?
Perhaps I did. Before, what a strange thing it is to be old.
This machine, the claws beneath.
Some songs.
You've hunted this.
Must have been 20.
We?
Me. Every few years, the claws would emerge. My friend became the third.
This is...
Now, I am no longer the Banuk blood and dead men.
All right, Umnak.
I've no doubt the whispers of...
You're Aloy, right? My pop... Hey, that spear is really...
I've made a change.
I wish these Banuk agreed with you. I can't seem to sell... I like the more unusual stuff. Ooh, or that weapon of a... Or inside of...
You think you...
I've never seen a weapon... You know, I tried to ask...
How'd that go?
How do you think?
So your last...
Not at all. About a month ago. Think about the...
And you...
Yep. I show up, I drop the weapon and ran. Joke's on Olga.
Wait, so...
Oh no, she...
So... Let's say someone you know happened to have...
You don't.
See for yourself.
Of course. Look at the... So the... I won't lie. She's beautiful. What we need is a Stormbird Talon. And I know where one is. Hunt it with me. I'll turn that weapon into your new bet.
You're sure you...
You bet.
So you want to hunt us?
That's right. But what? People expect you to hike for my...
Mostly.
Not...
Okay, well... We'll get that later.
Meridian is a place where every need is met. No wonder the Carja is so delicate.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more Frostclaw.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with his course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. I Take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted, to return to Thunder's Drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Carja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Carja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Carja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron. New metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death. That's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to...
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but... No, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right, stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Carja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Carja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him, worried for him.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything, until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Carja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave. But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
It was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Ban-Ur. He met with us there, as is custom at High Winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks. What are we gonna find up there, Horea?
Ruins, machines, and a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt that Daemon has tried to hide the way.
It hasn't been easy for you, Horea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back. Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! So you see, I too can call upon the power of the Old Ones.
is this place?
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind.
Fortress. It looks more like a machine.
Fitting. The blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope.
November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while. And I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes, ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? When do I wish I could look into her eyes again?
Aloy? Were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the old ones.
And you can hear them. I envy you. What did they say?
Kenny's Homecoming. The return of Director Emeritus. Decent Holotype. No, decent Holotype. No, bad title. The worst subject the camera crew would die of boredom. Whatever, Gina, it's still the most excitement this Hell Cave has seen in a long time. Your standards for exciting are depressingly low. I'll squeeze what I can out of this, thanks. You always were a little sweet on Kenny. What? No way. His ears are nose. Besides, he was too busy mooning over Anita. I want to know what he's doing here in the first place. It's not normal. He helped engineer the most advanced geothermal facility in history, then rode off into the sunset. Now he wants to check up on his masterwork. Seems normal. Gina, but why now? He keeps poking around in the cooling facility and asking questions about science. Do you think there's something wrong? Last I checked, there's been no deviation in any of our readings since the most recent microquakes. Maybe Kenny likes taking field trips on Pharaoh's Dot. It's been 14 years. They would have frozen his accounts by now. It has been a long manimal. Not old, just blind.
I'm not sure you're right.
Damn it.
Here. Up and over.
Machines. At least we have the drop on them.
Climb higher, and our path will become clear.
kiss. Must have been sometime in the spring of 2047, about 6 months after the main facility opened. We were behind schedule and new data indicated that an incident was close, maybe only weeks away. I was exhausted, losing weight, barely speaking except to give orders. I passed by Nita in the battery depot. She looked at me and then frowned, then pulled me into this room and kissed me. A long kiss, the best kind. I can still remember the feel of her hand on the back of my neck. After she looked at me and smiled, and went back to work without saying a word. I'll never forget that moment, her touch, her unspoken generosity. After she left the project, I spent years beating myself up for not keeping her. Somehow, every time I ran into her at a conference, I felt thrilled and lost and confused, all at the same time. Always hoping we might have a few drinks and, well, rekindle. It was only after I saw her on stage in a hollow in '58, accepting the Mind Challenge Award in Austin, which Elizabeth Sobek presented to us, glowing and happy and fulfilled, that it dawned on me that I hadn't done anything wrong at all. I could finally see that she had what she wanted, and it simply wasn't me.
Not too much already.
Measured, out is measured.
Yes, this way.
There's
See
no
if there's
overlook
any-
above. It's not far.
See if there's anything to scan down there.
Not much farther now.
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. The machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior.
And I can hold my own. Even so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead. Towers. Steam. Frost. What was all this for?
Let's
see what this blue gleam is worth.
Is there blue gleam around here?
I went this way years ago, looking for cover in case machines keep prowling. I have no doubt that it is guarded now, but we may be able to stay hidden.
Beware, stalkers.
Forget about traveling light.
Victory is almost ours!
Beware your minds. The stalkers in here. We tripped a mine. Brace yourself.
Incident information report, fire break project type, property damage and personal injury, date November 4, 2063, 411 reported. Sorry, I don't feel like reading that right now.
Should have brought a cart.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll read it.
Let's not linger
It's
any
actually
longer than
kind
we
of
have to.
a potentially interesting one, so. Alright. As official incident reported for the Firebreak Project, it is with great concern that a report of an incident at our facility. Incident began from a swarm of 35 seismic events beginning on 3rd and 4th of November, 9.6 kilometers, 6 miles north-northwest of Mammoth, Wyoming. Included were 4 in the magnitude 2 range, with the largest magnitude 2.4 at 4:09. The 4th November holographic modeling shows most quakes originating at the Hebgen Lake fault zone. As a project's senior geoscientist, I advise this number and magnitude in seismic events is a normal outcome from fluid movement through Caldera's silicic magmatic reservoir, as well as changes of pressure coming in interactions between magma and supercooled fluid. However, one can never be too careful in such an unstable environment, shown further in this report. The incident began when I was awakened from a loud crash in the canteen. Fortunately, I did not have to rouse the official canteen monitor, since I am that self-same person. Even while acting in my formal office, I was alarmed and feared the worst. Inspection of the zone showed the tragic loss of a 15-milliliter bottle of Neil liqueur in deep crimson, shattered on the canteen floor. Liqueur also splashed on the surroundings at an area of approximately 1 E6 M2. One chair was tipped over on its side, but happily I've had the mechanical knowledge to ride it without further incident. The bottle of the nail liqueur is irreparable. Moreover, the canteen monitor suffered a cut to the left hand when picking up broken glass. This was treated by the site first aider, me, with supervision of the fire marshal, also me, but could still get infected. Gino Bruno is identified as the owner of the bottle of the nail liqueur. In my capacity as staff psychological observer, I conclude that she has accepted the loss of her personal item in good fashion, but further evaluation may be necessary. We will keep the remote site supervisor informed of developments in such a case. Please must find. Following this report, my salary increase request for the coming calendar year. That wasn't very interesting.
It's cold. As if there's chill water running through those massive pipes. But why?
Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that... Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that it'll be completely masked by the caldera. But masked from what? Firebreak has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive. Even for the dear departed Mr. Blevins. What could possibly have gotten Anita so worked up?
Yep, that was the front way.
Is this a projector? Maybe to show holograms without a focus.
Frozen Wilds. Okay, I watched the Hollow of the Toast 6 straight times, taking in every detail. Anita smiled the way she giggled at her own jokes. My clumsy handoff to Cyan. Every time it played, for a second I felt I was there again with her among friends, savoring her successes. With diminishing returns, of course, by the sixth time I was just staring at Anita and feeling real creepy about it. But I can be forgiven, can't I? It was the best night of my life. Besides, I'm entitled to a little nostalgia. We saved the world from fire and death, or at least suffocation by us. So there's that, right? Alright, I have to go pee real quick, then I'm gonna let the dogs out. Give me about 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back. We're back, but I'm letting the dogs kind of roam around, so I might be a little distracted, but we are back.
Let's see if I can restore power. Aratak, Araya, you might see shapes drawn from light. Don't be alarmed.
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Well, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without interruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
The score is settled.
Help, eat your food.
machines, make ready.
Got puppies jumping on me. These dogs.
More machines. Make ready.
find out.
Successfully assaulted Thunder's drum.
Years have passed since I stood. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
Boo.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
Penelope.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Yes. Finish this.
Good girl. You're a spoiled girl, that's what you are. Alright.
Alright. Down we go.
You almost fell off that.
Okay. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
I mean, I see how it just crossed and stuff here out of get there.
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
Aloy will see us through. Somehow.
Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe. I think.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the demon ruined it.
What is this?
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hospitals. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their...
Spirit speaks to me.
It was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is not?
Yes. I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if we learn the messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
I thought about just shutting it down, but I can't risk it being disoriented or even damp. I thought about just shutting it down, but I can't risk it being disoriented or even damaged on reboot. How do you tell the emotional equivalent of a child that... I mean, she will need to go into a coma, maybe for years. And what exactly is she going to wake up to?
Machines. They're made. As the spirit said.
Frost claws.
Lots of them. I'll try to find a way through.
You got a puppy climbing on me. No. No. If you just sit in my lap, it'd be fine, but you're being a little menace, aren't you? No. What are you doing? Keep getting into things you're not supposed to get into, Peony. You might have to go in the kennel. No one wants that, please. What the fuck are you doing? She's making this very difficult for me right now. Jesus. Seriously, someone dead yet? So I need to get across, right?
Talk across. Lots of gear across that gap.
Peony.
human responder. The reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the Spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the Daemon. And it may have found one.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the news. The Pharaoh swarm is coming. Has to be what Anita is trying to hide Firebreak from. But that means she thinks we'll lose. That the swarm will reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
Alright, it's probably about time to put the kick dog in the kennel. Dogs.
Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient. Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over. Sideways, too. Time getting here.
Give me just a second here. I'm going to put the puppy in her kennel. She's starting to get a little rambunctious. It's probably nap time, huh, Peony? What do you think? What do you think, Missy? Good girl, Peony. Alright. Now I should have a little bit of freedom, not have to worry about the dog climbing all over me. To Joshua Arduis from Isla Perry. Blast from the past. Josh, I hope all is fine with you and your mom. We really should keep in better touch. I've taken a post in New Zealand. With that program they've got for you people returning to the country, they want to be absolutely certain it's safe. At the moment I'm making a survey of the caldera at Taupo. Blast from the past indeed. At any rate, I don't know if you already saw in the Wyoming News, Hollow, but remember that fellow Dodd Blevins? Of course you do. Well, they finally found what became of him. I've copied the good bit below. Hugs and snogs. Isla. Spring thaw reveals body of missing man. The retreat of the winter snows have brought closure to a missing person case that went unsolved for nearly 15 years. Human remains identified as those of Dr. Dodd Blevins, who disappeared in 2046, were located in Purple Mountain inside the former Yellowstone National Park. The previously undiscovered body emerged on Purple Mountain as a result of meltwater flows after an unusually warm winter. It was discovered by Faro Servitors conducting a survey of the terrain. Authorities believe that the cause of death was an accident involving an antique vehicle designed for winter travel.
Now configuration of funds. Configuration of funds.
access. Its acting chief digital security officer and interim AI administrator for the Firebreak project, I hereby state to have updated an orbicular pattern for the Scion regulatory AI on the 17th September 2064, according to procedure, to ensure against tampering, meddling, disarranging, or outlandish mischief by any kind. Such as with previous updates, after the source node has been activated, the remaining data nodes must be patched to establish a flow between adjacent intact nodes to then connect back with the source node.
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Possible security threat detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
I actually know what I'm doing in these puzzles, to be honest.
countermeasures. Recapture protocol initiated.
Got it.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light. It's Ourea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Ourea, the Daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the signal strength. One has been exposed, but I am...
Unauthorized protocol return to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The Daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Let's fucking do it.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it. Said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for? That Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. Can't let this go.
Please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. Aratak! Aratak. Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
One of those?
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai! Aurea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
I am thinking.
They saw us.
Yeah, they can see us all they want. I'm not. I'm giving them a chance.
I need this.
I don't.
Getting too steep to ride. Got some blue gleam. Might as well trade it.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Start the sign first.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Ourea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions. Brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge, and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. What are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants. I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell. And after that, the dark. And may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Ourea.
Once I understood Ourea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Ourea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Ourea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes, It was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes. It was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh's servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Faro?
Are you referring to Theodore Faro, CEO of Faro Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Faro was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Faro spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So, there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced, and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Ourea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Alright.
Think of summer sun. Breeze through the trees.
My chieftain.
Just... Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Ourea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Werak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. With minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Alright, well I think that's all Frozen Wilds goes. I think that's it. For the story. We want to poke around a little bit in this, but like I said, I'll probably get started with I'm probably gonna start downloading the next game. Still haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do. I'll need to figure that out quick because I'll be starting it tonight probably, so.
There.
I might keep playing this on my own. I am wanting to do try out some of these new weapons that I haven't tried out at all. But I do think I'm just gonna call it here for the stream. Let's take a look at our trophies. Let's see what we need to get. So, meet Ikre. Acquired improved version of 3 weapons. Complete all side quests. And complete the Tallneck Bandit Camp and Hunting Ground in the Cut. I don't even know where the Tallneck is. I also need modification spear. A couple. Fireclaw. Disabled all control towers. Yeah. I mean, I still got some more to do if I want to 100% this level, but I already got the platinum, so we'll see. I'm gonna leave this game on my system. I gotta delete something else. So, if I do continue this, when I get the final couple trophies, I will stream again. But until then, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I don't know exactly, like I said, I don't know what I'll be playing. I'll decide here in about 5-10 minutes, and you guys will know when I start playing. I'm thinking, right now, I'm thinking it's going to be Final Fantasy. But I'm going to look through my games. I mean, it might be something I'm not even thinking. I do think I need a little break from Horizon before I jump into Forbidden West. I just think if I do Forbidden West now, that game is significantly longer than Zero Dawn. So I think it will cause me some issues with finishing it. I think I'll lose steam. So that'll probably be after Forbidden West, or after Final Fantasy. But I'm gonna look through my games. It might be something completely different. I know the Final Fantasy Platinum Trophy is a pain in the ass. So, I know I gotta complete the game again on the hardest difficulty, which I think we can still do. So that's the plan. But yeah, I will catch you guys in a little bit.